You're watching Gmodism, and Satisfactory just dropped the update 7 for experimental. It will be a little bit while more before it comes out to the stable branch, but right now you can enjoy it in experimental. Before you enjoy it too much in the experimental, you should probably back up your saves. To back up your saves in Satisfactory, go to your file browser, paste in this local app data factory game, saved and save games. And inside here you can see a folder with a lot of numbers or a lot of, letters and numbers, dependent on if you're on Steam or if you're on Epic. Go into this, and here you can find the save files that you have. You can just go back and copy this entire folder and just paste it somewhere else. So, Satisfactory Update 7 is a quite small update. Not a lot of things have been added, and the most notable thing that has been added is the Blueprint Designer. Inside the Blueprint Designer you can place down buildings and blocks and basically set up a little mini factory or mini setup or part of a factory. And then you can go into the menu and save it to whatever name you want. You can also make categories and set icons and stuff like that, so it's pretty convenient. It will likely be updated and fixed a little bit, because I can tell from experience it is quite buggy in multiplayer. The Blueprint Designer is a 4x4 foundations and 8 walls high, and whatever you can fit there can be saved in the blueprint, but if it sticks out of there, it will not be saved. If you want the blueprint in the hotbar, just hover over it and press a number key just like usual. One great addition with Update 7 is actually the conveyor ceiling mount, so go to your store and unlock it immediately. Now when building with conveyor belts, they will automatically cycle between the normal floor, the wall mount and the ceiling mount. So handy. And now the same goes for pipes. Very nice. High time it was added. And this is actually, in my opinion, the best thing with Update 7. The zipline now has a sprinting mode, so just hold shift and you'll just speed up to some insane speeds. It can actually go a little faster than twice as fast as it could go before. So the zipline is now one of the faster modes of transportation. One new feature that has been added that's very cool is that you can actually craft the DNA capsules and put them in the Awesome Sync. And they now generate the coupons separately from the rest of the parts, and they add up to a lot of coupons really fast. It's a great way to unlock some cosmetics in early game. So now there is actually reason to go out and hunt. Overclocking has been changed a little bit, so you don't gain as much with underclocking and it doesn't cost as much with overclocking. The difference is still there, so it's better to underclock than overclock, but the bonus you get in energy is not as high as before. Or is not as harsh as before if you were a heavy overclocker. And they finally made the power generators to match the clock speed. So if you overclock it 200%, it will produce twice as much power. Very nice. You can now change the behavior of hostile mobs. You can go into and set them as passive and retaliating. So if they're passive, they will never attack you, whatever you do towards them. And if they are retaliating, the one creature you attack, it will attack you back, but its friends won't, so it's really weird like that. Not a big fan, but I guess some people just don't want to bother with the creatures very much. And honestly, that's basically that. Not a lot of stuff has been added in Update 7, but a few new addition and quality of life changes were absolutely fundamental to easy building in this game. So, still a very nice and very welcome update. Now, it's still out in experimental and it's not yet in early access. However, do not expect there to be any more things added when it comes out to the early access branch. The only thing that would probably have been added and fixed is some additional optimizations and bug fixes, because the Blueprint Designer is a little bit weird right now, but it's probably going to be quite okay as soon as it reaches the early access branch. The new way Satisfactory makes updates is a little more often and a little smaller updates, and not too much new content, but rather focusing on making everything stable. So expect the new updates, this one and the ones to come, to be a little bit smaller than they were in the past. In any case, I hope this explained everything that is new in Satisfactory's update 7. Hope you find this video useful, and if you did, please leave a like and do subscribe to the Gmodism channels. You can also support me on Patreon if you wish. This is your host Gmodism, and I'm signing out.